This video we're going to look at how North Carolina Villanova have ran their curl flat concept and some different ways and different looks that they've done it. But it's a real simple concept and read for the quarterback. Typically you're always going to have a spot and then some side of sort of a curl flat either on one side, hopefully on two sides. We like to do it where we free release the running back, or you get 2x2 and free release the back either way and just tag who's running that spot. But all it is for the quarterback is you're going spot, curl flat. Whichever defender right here, you're basically reading those guys. Whichever defender takes that spot, now you work the curl flat to the side. So if that defender would have came in and taken the spot that direction, now we're going curl flat over here. Hopefully they're rolling to a one high look, and then that can open that up for you right there. They'd be rolling back right there, and then you get a curl flat on that defender that rolled down if he chases. Now, if this defender, the Mike right here, he guards the spot, now you're going curl flat right there. And again, it's great against one high, especially if they're rolling to the trips, rolls away. Now you got a high-low on this wheel backer. Hopefully you can beat that corner, even if it is man, with the post curl or fade curl, whatever you're most comfortable with running the curl. The other easy thing right here is you're getting a spot right there quickly. If this guy disappears with a blitz, obviously if they're rolling one high, it probably means there's going to be some sort of blitz. You can get that ball out of your hand right now and get a completion and hopefully make the defense wrong. If you may break a tackle, maybe make a big play right there. But we'll look at how North Carolina's done it. Hopefully it can give you some ideas, whether you're at 20 personnel, 21 personnel, whatever it is, different ways to run the curl flat when you're getting a one high look. So here's the first look against Virginia, and they're in a three front here. So he's coming around the spot. You got some sort of a flat, you got some sort of a curl, then a curl, some sort of a flat right there. He fakes and then goes across. If you watch this safety, he's actually rolling towards the middle of the field right there. So basically a one high look. You know that guy's pretty deep. I said to you, gotten a lot deeper and taking the middle of the field. So right there, you know it's a one high look. But as you can play it, you can see here's the back going to the flats. There's the flat route. These guys are looking, pressing vertical, going to the curl. Here's the spot. He actually curls around that first linebacker, sets up, and you can see number 6 here. He's the backside linebacker in this 3-4, and whenever he looks up that spot route, now the quarterback knows he's going to the boundary right there. He sees that, now he gets his eyes over to the curl. He's open, give it to him. The only way he's not throwing that curl, and the only defender that can guard is if he's underneath it. Now he can check that down to the running back for a lot of space. But right there, easy completion. Just spot read, and whoever defends him, now you go to the curl flat on that side for a big completion. You can look up top and see exactly what was taking place up there as well. You can see there's a curl running through that window. There's the flat right there from a bubble. And you can see they're just running straight vertical, shoulders over the toes, working right back at the quarterback, chasing the ball so that that defender that's breaking on, he can beat him to the football. So, again, easy concept, easy throw and catch. Caught him in a one high look, and we're able to make a pay. This is a long yard situation. Again, you can see the safety's getting a lot deeper over there on that side, to the trips hanging low. There's the flat. He's going there for a spot or possibly a dig route, kind of depending on, they've run it a few different ways. Here's a guy going to the curl. This flat route actually ends up wheeling down the sideline, but they end up going to, again, the running back and the curl over here against Virginia. But as you can see it, instead of just free releasing to the swing right here, he's actually chipping on that end and then going to the flats like we saw quite a bit from LSU in 2019. But right there you can see this linebacker, which was the read last time, that stepped up and guarded that spot route. He's just going straight back, so he's getting into that window. And he knows that if he's down on that flat route, that curl should be working through a window, and he drills it through there. Again, one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. Throws a deep curl route right there, puts it right on the money. Pretty tight window right there, throwing that thing so deep that we get a big completion right there for a first down against Virginia. Here's a look for UNC against Notre Dame. And Notre Dame actually runs a quarter half look, which whenever you pause everything, quarter half is just a one high look. You got deep third player, then you got a half player. So basically you got 3 guys deep, but he's a flat defender now. There's the Mike. You're running your spot. Who guards him? Does he guard him? Does he guard him? And it tells you which side you want to work. He's chipping, going to the flats right there, some sort of a flat route. Then you've got a curl working in right there. On this one, it looks like they run more of a dig right there. He gets deep and he's running some sort of a hunt or a dig. And right here, as we run it back, you can see exactly what really takes place. On this play right here, you can see this dig gets a little bit deep. I'd really try to get him to cross his face if he has to, so he can't get in on that curl window. If he crosses his face and just sets it down, he might get a ball. If he's guarding him, it's going to open up that window to that curl a little bit more, as opposed to going around and trying to make that, run that big hump. But right here, instead of that defender being right here and that curl working through that window and being able to drill it to him, he ends up working backside, which there's the Mike. And if they play this exactly right, you got this corner. If he sits in the flats here for the back and he sinks underneath that curl, that play's dead. But right there, he's just got to get there. He got to spot up, So then it'll open up that window for that curl a little bit more than what it is right there. But I'm not sure if that's exactly what they're doing. But right there, he ends up going to the boundary, and they get lucky. This linebacker sits a little bit when that corner should really be taking that flat route, and he's able to throw it through a window for a completion against Notre Dame. Even though this is a completion, I really think that if he goes more to the spot right there, it's going to open up for that actual read over their front side for that curl, if that's actually what they're doing. But right here, they're able to throw and catch. A really good defense, that if they would have played this exactly right as far as that linebacker knowing that the corner had the flat route, then they would have been able to drop underneath this. The quarterback would have had to maybe play with his feet or find a different receiver. Same play from North Carolina against Florida State. Looks like a man look here from Florida State. Whenever you're getting that blitz and all that, you know they're free release to the back. He swings and it takes the man right there. You can get this ball out of your hand as quick as that receiver will turn around. If he's in space, you can give it to him right there. If he just would have gone right there, I would have said the quarterback just flip it to him, get a completion, make that safety tackle. I know it's 3rd and 9, but one-on-one with that much space in open field can be a big play. But right there, he lets him work a little bit, and he still throws it to that guy. Gets a little pressure in his face. Should be a completion. Just a bit off right there. But you can see how it can still be a quick man beater against pressure. And North Carolina, obviously, they bubble. They got a swing there, and these guys are running those curls. But getting it out as quick as you can on your first read if possible. And right there should have been a completion. Have this play on here against the University of Virginia for a couple different reasons. Right here, as you can play, you can see there's a pressure. If you get this pressure and you're reading your spot curl flat just like you typically would, you're throwing that spot right there, getting a completion and running. Right here on this play, though, they have a little bit of a shake tagged, or maybe it's just an option there for the running back to break to the middle of the field if possible. Right there, he's peeling with the running back, so he shakes, he goes to the middle of the field, and obviously there's nobody left. Take a completion and move on. Right there, if you're going with your typical curl flat read, though, you can throw that spot and get that completion either way. But right here, they end up shaking, going to the middle of the field, getting a completion, holding the ball a little bit longer than you would have if you just would have been going through your read. This play from UNC, they actually switch who's running the spot, who's running the flat. And right here you can see they go spot curl flat, and they just switch it, and they have the Y come in there on the spot as opposed to the H. The H runs the flat, and you got a curl flat on either side. Right here as well, he kept the running back in. He does a good job with his pass pro fundamentals, putting his shoulder on him and running that guy by. But just a different look. Quarterback ends up getting off his mark right there, moving around a little bit and throwing it all the way to the curl as he works across the field. Right there, getting into those windows, almost like a Y cross right there on that. But just got this clip on there because it's obviously a different look. You could switch or tag who's running that spot, who's running the flat, however you want to call it. But right there, just switched up who's running what, so they can key on it and know they're getting a curl flat right there when he goes to the spot. Just want to draw up a different way that you could run it. Obviously, if you're getting a one high look at a 20 personnel, all that stuff, you could chip to the flats, getting a spot there. You got a curl from your outside receiver, curl, faking across, going to the flats right there, or a chip to the flats, kind of like how LSU would do it. There's different ways you can run a spot curl flat out of twins, out of 21 personnel, all those different things. Obviously, if you're 21 personnel, you have your tight end right there, just go straight to the spot and then just read it off of that. But just a lot of different ways you can run this play with motions and all that stuff. Definitely a good asset to have in your playbook.